Okay, hi readers, how are you?
Good.
Okay. Okay, great. Today in our group, we're going to read this really fun book called My Monster Friends. It's about a boy who has so many friends, but guess what? All his friends are monsters. So what I'm going to ask you to do is let's look a little bit, let's take a book walk through the pages of this book to get an idea of what his monster friends are like.
So I see the boy on his dinosaur.
His
I
dinosaur
see the
monster.
TV with shoes
And
on.
then
Wow, look where we are.
And then I
Just
see the boy can reach.
We're going to look at page 9. And if you can look at this monster, and you'll notice something that he's holding in his hands. I just want to check to make sure you have some understanding. Could be a her of these things in the monster's hands. Do you know, Naya, what those are? From looking, yes. Can you put your finger on the word magnets on the bottom of page 9? Okay, magnets. And just so, I wonder if you know what a magnet is. Have you used a magnet before? Can you tell us about, Naya, about magnets? What do you know about them?
They play
Something silver or gold
about
sticks to it.
Yes. Did you want to add to that, Tashim, about magnets? She's right. The magnets pick up things that have iron in them, actually. And then they stick to the magnet.
This monster, those are her hands, like the magnets. And it says it's here.
Wonderful. Thank you. So let's close the book for now. Let's close the book for now. And we're going to read the words of this book in just a minute. Okay? But while we read this book today, we're going to be thinking about the boy and his friends, and how does he feel about his friends? They're monsters, so is he afraid of them? Or does he like them because they're helpful? That's what we're going to think about as we read.
Like them.
But what, you're already making a prediction? Great, we'll see if your prediction's correct. But while we're reading the words today, I want to remind you not to be zoom readers who read so fast that they're not really checking to make sure the words make sense. Can I tell you what happened? I was a zoom reader yesterday. I was reading a book about gardens, and I was reading this sentence. I was scared when I saw the wash. I was reading fast, zoom, and I read, I was scared when I saw the wash. And I thought to myself, wait a minute, that doesn't make sense. I'm going to need to go back and reread that and make sure it makes sense. Maybe we're reading too fast. I was scared when I saw the wasp. Does that make more sense? That makes more sense. That I saw the wasp because I was reading about gardens and bugs. So today while you're reading, I want you to be careful that you're asking yourself, does my reading make sense to me? What are you going to ask yourself?
My reading makes sense to me.
What are you going to ask yourself?
Then my reading
Gonna make sense to you.
says to
And what are you going to ask yourself while you're reading? Very good. So enjoy this story about the boy and his monsters, and remember to think about if he's afraid of them, or if he thinks that they're really helpful, and how do you know? And if you finish the story, but you see that I'm still talking with one of the other readers in your group, just go back and reread it again, okay?
He helps me do my homework.
Like a
One monster has hands like magnets.
Very good. You know what I noticed that you did? You were reading one monster has like, and that zoom reading, right? And then you went back and you read it again because it probably didn't make sense, right? That's good. Continue to do that. Well done.
one monster is like magnets.
One monster has
He helps me clean up my room. One monster has a mother.
One monster has eyes.
Okay. What are you going to do?
Walk out.
Say again?
Walk out.
Okay.
Keep reading.
Go ahead. And then go back. Great. Try that. Well, let's not. That was the tricky word, right? But there's still some more words on the page. So go back to the beginning of the sentence.
Like
Go back at one. Go ahead.
one monster has a
Go on. Frog hop.
like a
I know. The master, my master.
cleaner,
Like a what cleaner?
like a vacuum,
My best friend.
like a vacuum
One master.
cleaner.
This whole sentence is really getting clearer and clearer for you, right? Now go back and see if you can figure out that trick or not.
Monster has a
Tree.
mouth
Master has a head like
like a vacuum cleaner.
Good for you. Can we just stop and celebrate what you did? You came to a word that you had trouble with.
Because I looked at it.
I think you did more. I think you did more. Let's talk about it for a second. That was a tricky word, and we said, let's just frog leap. Let's just skip it and go back, right? And then you said one monster has a something, like a vacuum cleaner. Then you went back, and you figured that out using the picture and the beginning sound, right? And then it all made sense to you, didn't it? Okay, good. When you're stuck on a word, you have all these tools that you can use. Now kiss your brain, because that was some good thinking. All right, keep working. Hi, Naya, how are you?
Cleaner.
Is it the first or second time that you're reading this book?
Away.
Second time, great. Can I listen a little bit?
One monster
Has
has eyes like
Great.
flashlights.
Do you think he likes these monsters, or is he afraid of these monsters?
He's in the dark.
How do you know? That's wonderful. Were there any tricky words? Not for you. Okay. You know what you can do? If you feel comfortable reading this book, you can read it like a storyteller. You can say, one monster has hands like magnets. Did I sound like a storyteller? Let me hear you sound like a storyteller. Wait.
My best friends
Go.
are monsters. Could you see?
Do it one more time, but really like you're on stage acting. One monster has hands like magnets. Oh, did you hear that? That was nice. Making your voice go up like that. Maybe let's try the next page together. Go ahead. Oh, I noticed your voice went up at the end. That made you sound more like a storyteller. Good, you can keep doing that when you read, okay?
After individual conferences, the teacher brings the children back together to check for understanding. She facilitates a discussion of the book to support her children's comprehension of the story, asking them to find text examples to support their answers of the comprehension questions she gave them before they began reading independently.
Before we read, we were wondering, monsters are kind of scary. Does this boy think these monsters are scary? Or does he have a different opinion about them?
Different opinion about them.
What do you think? What did he feel about these monsters? You go first. What do you think he felt about these monsters?
They was helping them do stuff around the house.
They were helping him do stuff around the house. What's an example of one thing they helped him with? Go ahead.
They helped him see in the dark.
Where's that? Show us that page where he helps him see in the dark. Tell us what page to turn to.
We have them there.
Towards the end. What page number is that?
I'm already there.
It's 14.
Are we all in 14? Wow, this monster helped the boy see in the dark. And how did he help him see in the dark?
He opened his eyes.
And what were his eyes like?
Flashlights.
Where's that word flashlight? Show me that word. What page is that on, Naya?
13.
13.
Whoa!
What? I think he went a little too far back. 13. Okay,
You counting down.
one more page.
15, 14.
There it is. Can you
13.
find flashlights? Wonderful. What's another way that the let's have Dominic share. Go ahead.
You mean?
I'm sorry. Sorry.
I like the one with the
Not like. What's another way that the monsters helped him?
the magnet monster helped him by cleaning up his room.
Very good. You remember that? And just so we can look at it and remember ourselves, what page is
I
that?
didn't hear him.
He'll say it again once we turn to the page. The magnet page is what he wants us to look at.
I see.
And what page number is that?
9.
9. And that's the monster that you said he says he would like you to say your idea one more time. Can you, Tashim? Thank you. Put your butt down.
I said the magnet monster helped the boy clean up his room.
Okay. Thank you.